Hey Truth Seekers, it's Carolyn here, and I'm going to be doing our next video in our strategy series, talking about Faith and Love Fellowship bonus. So, we also can't forget our prayer here as well. So, something to keep in mind with your fellowship bonus is when you're building a deck, you want to make sure that you have things that are going to be synergetic with one another. And faith and love do have a few. I wouldn't say a lot necessarily, but they do have a few in each side of your fellowship bonuses here. So when you're building a deck, you want to make sure to use cards that have the fellowship bonus that you're working with. Some cards that you're going to find, they will have multiple prints of the same level and name Animo, but they'll have a different fellowship bonus on each of them. So you want to make sure that you're using the proper ones when you are building a deck around the idea of fellowship bonus. So starting off here, we have Plucky. He is a 3 for 5 or a 3 for 8 with his fellowship bonus. And then we have Flow over here, which is a discard 1 for 4 or 6. And then over here we have it's level 2, which is a 1 for 6 or a 1 for 9, which I really like running Flow in my 1-cost deck. Next, we have Heart of Arc level 2. He is a 2 for 7 with an action, or he is a 2 for 10. The level 1 is not a Faith Fellowship bonus. Moving on, we have Fairly. Fairly is actually a fellowship bonus with anything. So as long as this card is activated in the same turn as any other card, you get the fellowship bonus. So it is effectively a 2 for 8. Next we have Tweetheart, which is a 2 for 5 or a 2 for 7. Moving on, we have this Furball. Furball is a 2 for 3 or effectively a 2 for 6. We have Bearmaid level 1. This is a 1 for 3 or a 1 for 5. Next we have Nebe. So this isn't necessarily a fellowship bonus so much as strategy of the Faith and Love. So it has the specified cost of Faith and Love. So this would be well worth using in this deck if you were to build something around Faith and Love. In the same vein, we have Mercifier over here, which is a specified Faith and Love and a 1 of anything. So Mercifier over here is a 3 for 9. And again, we have a 3 for 10. We have Hoof It, 1 specified Faith, 1 specified Love, and 1 of anything. And then finally, moving on, we have a few specific story cards here. We have the letters from the Cross Trainers, which is the letter to Corinth and the letter to Ephesus. One allows you to search your deck for an Animo that provides a Faith Fellowship bonus, and one that allows you to search for a Love Fellowship bonus. Wonderful cards to have in a deck that you're working with this. And then finally, we have this equipment card over here. So I have Treshelle. Treshelle level 3 is a Hope Fellowship bonus, so that wouldn't go in this deck. However, you could have this David Sling, which says when it's attached to a Hope, Love, or Holy Spirit Animo, this card turns any fellowship bonus into a Faith Fellowship bonus. So instead of this being a Hope Fellowship, if you were to attach this, anything is going to become a Faith Fellowship. So you would effectively get a 2 for 15 if you were to run this in this deck with this equipment attached to it. So that is a similar card over here. There is another one that is in a similar vein. However, this one works with Hope, and we want something that's going to work with Faith. So if you were to accidentally run the King's Scepter, it's not going to do you any good in a Faith and Love deck, whereas David Sling would. So effectively, awesome cards. Like I said, there's not too many real new ones here that have fellowship bonuses, but it is something worth looking at. And like I said, there are multiple copies of certain cards that are going to have different fellowship bonuses. For example, Tweedheart has a Holy Spirit Fellowship bonus in a different card. So you want to make sure that you're getting the right ones. Now, if you don't want to use the Fellowship bonus and you want to go strictly more with points, then you can do that. But if you're looking at those Fellowship bonuses, make sure you're getting the right cards. So that is it for this strategy video, talking about Fellowship bonuses. So in the meantime, Truth Seekers, keep learning virtues and defeating Zinnies.